The monster unleashed Ultima. I can only guess that it was Athena's hand that placed such magic within the heart of Savik. If so, it's only natural she would gift her own creations with such terrible power.
I have told you all I know of Athena and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Savik, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? In which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day. An Ascian. And this self-same Ascian was later struck down at a location known as the Atherochemical Research Facility?
I've heard that name, and recently. The site of Professor Claudian's disappearance.
Indeed. He was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession, a signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Savik. In which case, it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed.
But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own?
Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of a physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief. As you well know, you were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, and it has long since turned to dust.
As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, K'nekotein Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to.
We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side.
This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy.
While Ericthonios's perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Agastus broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. The crystal? I have returned it to the safekeeping of your colleagues. I could find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. This space, on the other hand, is fascinating. Wrought by the same power the keywords WIL ed, perhaps.
We know not for how long we'll have free reign to go between here and the Asioscope. We'll remain here for now unless absolutely necessary.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Emissary. My heart quivers in anticipation. Will light embrace or darkness consume? Worthy to exist. These magics are not for you to read. embrace or darkness consume. Will you be judged worthy to exist? Now to take your measure. The Emissary, and I shall never die. Now to take your measure. Are not for you to... Will you be judged worthy to exist? Will light embrace or darkness consume? For victory! Warriors forged in my own image. These magics are not for you to... I am the Emissary, and I shall never die.
the fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of aught else, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Free. Then I am no longer needed. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. This warm, your ether. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Erichthonios and Lahaveria. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent.
As I surmised, Elidibus was constructed with the strength to see your battle done. Yet I fear his ether may not sustain him through another.
The four of us are together once again. Although I may not have directly experienced our adventures, my memories make our bonds as real as any other.
Themis, it's good to see you. I knew K'nekotein would guide you to our side once again.
I am grateful she had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answer for her deeds.
Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan.
Of course. As I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone K'nekotein knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into K'nekotein soul while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires.
So that's why she has turned her sights toward K'nekotein. Her uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age.
By scrutinizing her feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of K'nekotein's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand.
An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken K'nekotein spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches.
We still don't know why she chose K'nekotein. What makes him more suited than anyone else?
Although I have never spoken to K'nekotein, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Arachthonios.
What? Why would she?
It is as I thought.